Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Chrisley begs fans to pray for daughter Chloe. Chrisley is begging fans to pray for his daughter, Chloe Chrisley. Chloe is currently under the guardianship of her aunt, Savannah Chrisley. However, she has been like a sister to Savannah. Todd and Julie Chrisley have been the ones to raise her. However, Kyle is her biological father and is asking for prayers for his daughter. Keep reading to find out why. Savannah Chrisley becomes legal guardian of Chloe. Todd and Julie Chrisley are technically the grandparents of Chloe Chrisley. However, they have had legal guardianship over her for a while. They are like parents to her. However, when Todd and Julie got arrested and sent to federal prison, someone else had to take over. Savannah Chrisley became the legal guardian of Grayson and Chloe. She has had to step up and be a mother figure to them. Obviously, this is hard considering she has no children and was only a sister. However, Savannah has stepped up greatly and has done a great job at raising her siblings while her parents are away. Kyle Chrisley begs for prayers. Julie Chrisley had her resentencing hearing this week. Unfortunately, she was sentenced to the same amount of time. This was hard for her and her children to hear. They were hoping to get her home sooner. However, that is not going to be the case. Kyle Chrisley has asked for prayers for his daughter and siblings. This was posted on his Instagram story. The entire family is upset about the resentencing hearing. However, fans were confused on why they had it if they were just going to give her the same amount of time. Regardless, her kids are upset that their mother will not be home anytime soon. It was a still autumn evening when the unexpected post lit up social media. A heartfelt plea, raw and vulnerable, from none other than Kyle Chrisley himself. The words, etched with emotion, rippled across timelines, bringing a wave of concern from fans and followers alike. Kyle had always been somewhat of a mystery to the public eye. The Chrisley family, known for their reality TV fame and the larger-than-life personality of Todd Chrisley, often captured the attention of the media. Yet Kyle, Todd's son from his first marriage, had walked a path far removed from the glitz and glamour his family name might suggest. His journey was filled with its own share of highs and lows, a testament to the complexity of life under a magnifying glass. But this time the spotlight wasn't on Kyle's past or his struggles, it was on his daughter Chloe. Chloe, now a blossoming young girl of 11, had won over hearts ever since she appeared on Chrisley Knows Best. As the biracial granddaughter of Todd Chrisley, Chloe stood out in more ways than one. Her bubbly personality, infectious laughter, and undeniable charm made her an instant fan favorite. Todd and Julie, her grandparents, had taken over her custody in her early years due to Kyle's own battles with addiction and mental health. But even through his personal trials, one thing had always been clear: Kyle loved his daughter deeply. That's what made his recent post so gut-wrenching. The plea came in the form of a simple message on his Instagram account. It wasn't flashy or filled with celebrity gloss. It was a raw cry from a father desperate for support. Please pray for Chloe. We need all the prayers we can get right now. There were no additional details, no explanation of what exactly Chloe was facing, but the simplicity of the message hit like a sledgehammer. In just a few words, Kyle had managed to convey the depth of his fear, his love, and his helplessness. He didn't need to explain further. The ambiguity of the situation left room for the imagination to wander, and wander it did. Within hours, the post went viral. Fans, some who had followed the Chrisleys for years and others who had just stumbled upon the family's story, responded in droves. Messages of hope, prayer, and love flooded Kyle's comment section, turning his Instagram into a virtual vigil of sorts. Some offered scripture, others shared personal stories of triumph over adversity. A few simply posted emojis, hearts, prayer hands, and doves, silent symbols of their support. Speculation ran wild. Was Chloe facing a health crisis? Had something gone wrong within the family dynamic? The media, ever hungry for the next story, began to dig, but Kyle remained silent, offering no further comment. For once it seemed the Chrisley family's business wasn't for public consumption. Behind the scenes, those who knew Kyle best understood the gravity of his plea. Kyle wasn't the kind of man to cry out for help easily. His relationship with his daughter had been a source of both immense pride and immense guilt for him. He had missed out on so much of her early years due to his own demons, and though he had been working to mend that relationship, the weight of his absence still haunted him. To now be facing a situation where his little girl was in need, and he couldn't fix it, must have been unbearable. The Chrisley family, known for their resilience, had faced more than their fair share of challenges in recent years. Todd and Julie were currently battling their own legal troubles, with the possibility of prison time looming large. Yet through it all, they had maintained a brave front, insisting that family was everything, and they would weather any storm together. But this storm, with Chloe at the center, was different. It wasn't something that could be fought with lawyers or court appearances. Whatever Chloe was facing, it was personal, and it was terrifying. For Kyle, it seemed like the culmination of all his fears. His journey to sobriety and mental wellness had been long and hard-fought, but nothing in his past could have prepared him for this moment. The stakes were higher now, not just because of his own well-being, but because of his daughter. Chloe was his world, and the thought of losing her, whether to illness, circumstance, or something unknown, was unbearable. As days passed, the media frenzy surrounding Kyle's post didn't wane. Fans continued to offer their prayers, and celebrities, too, began to weigh in. People like Savannah and Chase, Kyle's younger siblings, also sent their love and support publicly, but still, there were no updates. The silence only heightened the tension. Kyle, for his part, seemed to retreat from the public eye. His Instagram remained dormant after the initial post, leaving fans in a kind of limbo. His plea for prayers, however, had clearly resonated. It was as though the world had collectively held its breath, waiting for a sign that Chloe would be okay. Despite the mystery surrounding Chloe's situation, one thing was abundantly clear. The love for her was palpable. In a world often divided by politics, race, and opinions, Chloe had managed to unite people in their hope and their faith. It didn't matter if you were a longtime Chrisley fan or someone who had only just heard their name. Chloe was a little girl who needed prayers, and that was enough. Days stretched into weeks, and still, no news came. The silence from the Chrisley family remained unbroken, and fans continued their vigil online. There were still no answers, no resolution, but the prayers didn't stop. In a world full of uncertainty, sometimes all you can do is hold on to hope. For Kyle Chrisley, a man who had faced his own battles and won, that hope rested on the belief that his daughter, Chloe, would come through whatever darkness she was facing. And for the thousands who had answered his plea, their prayers echoed that hope, too. Whatever the future held for Chloe, she wasn't facing it alone. Kyle Chrisley had always led a life under the glare of public scrutiny. As the son of reality TV star Todd Chrisley, he was no stranger to headlines, controversies, or the unpredictable highs and lows of fame. But this time the spotlight wasn't on family feuds or tabloid drama. This time it was about something far more profound: his daughter, Chloe. Chloe, a vibrant 11-year-old with a smile that could brighten the darkest of rooms, had always been a source of pride and joy for Kyle. In many ways, she had become the heart of the Chrisley family, a bridge between generations and a beacon of hope during times of turbulence. Raised predominantly by her grandparents, Todd and Julie Chrisley, due to Kyle's own struggles, Chloe had flourished in their care. She brought warmth, laughter, and a sense of unity that often seemed elusive for the family. However, Kyle's recent plea to fans came from a place of desperation and vulnerability that no amount of public attention could soften.